Hello everyone, this is Mary, and you're watching another little piece of my art. And sorry I'm late with my video for this week. I did make this video yesterday, but it was thundering, and when I played the video back, it was like glitchy and freezing in some spots. I don't know why for sure, but so I'm making it again. But I had put everything away, and instead of bringing it back out to the living room, I just decided to do it in here. So we're on top of a little box, and hopefully we won't jiggle too much. I'll try to be still. Okay, so this is my haul for the month of June, and I know June's not over, so if I find anything else, I'll add it to the month of July, because this way I can split the videos up, have something going in the beginning of the month, or I mean in the middle of the month and in the end of the month, and whatever else I can do in between. So I have some things from Ollie's. I have some things from the mail. I have some things from just some things. So let's see. I'm going to start here. So whenever Crayola comes out with new crayons, I always test them out from the Dollar Tree, because you can get crayons from Crayola at the Dollar Tree, but they're in 8-packs, like these specialty ones. So I tried them out and I really liked them. I just hadn't been around to Walmart to pick up the bigger set, but I found them in Ollie's. They're $1.99. I have no idea what they would cost you in Walmart. So I'm just going to, this small set will become Spencer Lou's, my granddaughter. So this is the bigger set of 24. So of course you have more colors. These are the kind of pencils that when you color them, little different flakes of colors come through, and I love stuff like that. I mean, it's gimmicky, but it's also fun when you're doing artwork to not know exactly how it's going to turn out. But when you first look at them, it looks like there's a lot of white and off-white colors. But I got a swatch here to show you what they actually come out looking like. So it's pretty interesting. I like them. I wouldn't say this would be the best paper for them, but just for swatch. But like, see this Blizzard Blast? Like, it looks white in the crayon, but it's actually, you can see like blue and maybe a little green in there. And then the 4th of July, you can see like red and blue in there. So yeah, Meteor Shower has some of the darker kind of colors mixed in with this like beige color. So I think that's pretty cool. And oh, it says I got them in. Oh, that's because I got it at the end of the month, so you're seeing it in this month. Okay, gotcha. I'm like, what? So yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe doing some little fun little things in my sketchbook, because I'm getting to the end of it and I want to fill it up, but I don't always necessarily want to make a whole big production out of it, you know what I mean? So that was that. Remove that. I found this at Ollie's as well. This is just a composition notebook. I'm not sure if I showed you this before. Now I'm getting like deja vu. But this is a really nice one, and they're only 79 cents there. This one is made by Sunshine and Sage Company. So I always like to keep one around, because I used to do my junk journaling in composition notebooks. There's something about it. I know it's lined and everything, but people who like composition notebooks will understand. Some people don't like them. But I just always like to have one. I just finished one that I had been going since 2001 maybe, or sorry, 2021 maybe, or 20 maybe, something like that. But it's got so stuffed, I finished it up and put it in the trunk. So you just want to have another one around. And then I found a couple things I thought Spency would like. She comes in the end of August every year, so they're here for Labor Day, and then sometimes she comes at Christmas time. So I could like mail her things, but the thing is, she's turning 5, and she has a 2-year-old sibling and a 3-year-old sibling. So you know how it is. You remember when you were a kid and like you couldn't keep any of your stuff nice because you had younger siblings and they would just like tear into it and stuff like that. It's a thing. And she's very serious about art. She said that she is going to be the world's best artist when she grows up. That's what she said. So we want to encourage that. So I did find this at Ollie's. How to Draw 101 Fairies. It was 99 cents. I mean, this might be a little too advanced for her. I didn't see an age on it anywhere. It's by Imagine That. Original price is $4.99. But I haven't like read every page or anything. I don't see too much in there other than it just gives you the image and then how to start it and go through. Most of these types of drawing books are kind of similar like this. So, you know, she could take out of it what she can do, and I'll keep it here for her, and then as she grows, she can do more. Now, I think she would be the type of person that would like this, but my one grandson, Julian, the one who has the YouTube channel, he's like very methodical and he has a lot of rules about his art, and like he would not like a book like this because he would say, no, they're doing it wrong, you have to start like this. I mean, he's very precise. So but I think for Spencer it will be fun and we can practice together. I also want to pick her up a sketchbook so when she comes she'll have a fresh nice sketchbook. I just have not ran into one yet that I liked for a little one. So I'll have to check maybe other stores because I kind of go to the same stores over and over again. But there's that. And then I found this for her as well. I'm always a sucker for any kind of an animal book. But this one is Foil Art Animals. Peel, Rub, Reveal. This book was $2.29. And it is by Little Tree Books. And here's the that. So it's basically your foils in here, and then here's your directions on how to do foiling, which I'm sure she'll need help with. But here's all of your animals, and then a little something. Oh, it's like a quote. I could easily learn to prefer an elephant to any other vehicle by Mark Twain. I like that. So, you know, it's a lot of the same type of animals that we've seen throughout many books over time. But, you know, she's only 4, going to be 5, so she hasn't seen them throughout time, so I'm sure she'll enjoy them. Now, and it goes all the way through, and there's a couple. This one's really cool. It goes all the way through, and this part right here is all the stickers. So after you color your design in and foil it, if you want to foil it, you can also add the stickers to around it or in it or however you want. So I think that she is going to think that's pretty cool. And of course I will play with her too because that's what I do. And then staying on the theme of Spencer, we went to this yard sale that was, I think the people maybe had a flea market booth at one time or something, because everything they had was like unopened stuff, you know what I mean? And they had a bunch of these, so I just picked up the one because they were all the same, and I don't know how old they are and if they still work, but they were 25 cents. It says 2019 on the back. They were 25 cents. So this is Papermate Inkjoy gel pens. I know I love the Inkjoy regular writing pens, and I use them to draw with too. I really love ink pens for drawing, but I don't think I've ever had in all this time the sketchbook, and they're kind of soft. That's why this little hole is there, I think, so you can feel the grip on there. So they're a medium point, and I think that'll be good for a little one. But I have to ask Chad first if she's allowed to to have them, because she had a little bit of a time of markers writing on things that aren't supposed to be written on. So I'll have to ask him if she's ready for, coughing fit. I have to see if she's ready for that yet. So then I went to the Dollar Tree. So now one of these books I made a short about, and then I found another one. So this is the first one that I found, and it's called a sketch coloring book. Okay, there's 12 pages in here, and it talks on the back about how it's suitable for water and paint, markers, and watercolor pencil. This is by the brand Nalm, which I had a couple things by them, and I liked their stuff. What stuff I did get. So now I don't know if it's called a sketch coloring book because you're supposed to like maybe draw and fill in more things, or if it's because the pictures look like someone drew them with pencil. I don't know. You can tell me your opinion, but I saw this one some time ago, and the pages are thick. And I think this would be a great idea for anybody out there who wants to maybe start watercoloring in their coloring books, but they don't want to ruin like one of their nice books, or they're afraid to. You could get something like this because, you know, with the paper and everything, it's going to hold up to what you want to do and get your technique down. And, you know, maybe that would be something that you would like to practice in. So I just thought this was cool, and I originally got it for my older grandson Hunter, who's supposed to come, I think, in July. I just figured he would like to doodle like around it and stuff. And then my daughter was telling me that this time both boys were coming this time, I think. So I was like, oh well, hopefully, you know, I'll have something else I can give to Julian so that Julian won't think that, you know, he didn't get something artsy or whatever. But then I was in the Dollar Tree and I found this one. So they have two now. So now each boy can have one if they want it. If they don't, I'll just keep it here. And I'm sure that Spencer can watercolor in them. They're at the bottom. So, you know, when you're in Dollar Tree and you're looking at like the markers and the pens and stuff, so go like look straight down where all of that sketchbook paper, that flimsy kind of sketchbook paper is down there. That's where I found them. So I don't know how many more there are or how many more the Dollar Tree will get. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything about that. But this one is a little bit different. It does have some animals in there, but it has, I think this is a really beautiful picture here. So I'm not sure how the boys will feel about that, but they could always draw bugs on it and make it more to their liking or whatever. I love this picture. And leaves, and turtle, and the beach. I thought this one you could draw like the water here, and then a sunset and the bird kind of, you know, flying to you, if you wanted to add anything to them. Some of them have space and some of them do not. But I think they're fun, and that looks like a Polaroid picture. Pretty cool. But yeah, I think they will be great for watercolor practice if you want to do that. So now I have two. Oh, I forgot about this. I found this at Ollie's. I actually have been after this book for quite some time. It's been in my cart in different websites. There is more than one version of this book. And there are tons of videos that you can watch. Sorry for moving. You can watch on YouTube of people like the big art creators doing using this book. So this is Creative Coloring in Reverse. And this is $3.99. So I had seen a couple Ollie's Haul videos, And I was like, I will never find that. And I shockingly found it, but it was not with the coloring books, because our coloring book section is very small and it's always like a bomb went off in it. And they never seem to bring in really anything new, like rarely. It was actually on an end cap by the actual reading books. So I don't know, maybe they didn't know like what it was, whoever stocks that area. I'm not sure. But it is a very thick book, so there's quite a lot in here. And even if you don't like to draw, this would make great paper for any kind of journaling that you want to do, or scrapbooking, or whatever like you like to do with printed paper. But the idea is that they give you the coloring and then you're going to draw what this is. Like, okay, for example, this one, I see a bird, that's the eye, and that's the beak with its head turned to the side. And it's one of those, you know, it has, am I thinking of a peacock, or is there another bird with a big roof on its head? And then here's the body. So you might be seeing something different. And I've watched videos where people like fill the whole thing, like they see tons of stuff in them, and I think that's cool. This obviously looks, you know, to me like flowers, but you might see something else in there, and you can make it however you want. The only bad thing is that it is two-sided, so, but I don't think the microns are gonna, that's what I'm gonna use, is microns. I don't think they're gonna bleed through this paper. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a test. But obviously, you know, to me that's a beach. Maybe not to you. It's just, I was so interested in this when it first came out. I thought it would be so much fun to do. And you could even use this as an actual journal. So this is the book, and here's your background's already done. So you can glue in, you know, your pictures or receipts, whatever it is, your song lyrics, whatever it is you like to put in journals. You could glue that right on there, and then you don't ever have to worry about a background. So I think these are so much fun, and I'm looking forward to working in it. But I kind of want to finish up. I have the other book, which was oh, what's it called? I don't have it sitting by me, but the books that are like guided prompt journals, the sketchbook ones, like you finish the drawing or you make up a drawing. And I have a few pages left in there, so I'm kind of wanting to wrap that up so it can be put away, and then I can move into, that's obviously an ocean wave to me. Yeah, so then I can finish that one up and put it away. I don't like to have so many books out going at once, only because of the space, that because if I put it away, I forget it exists. So I need the space to like have it displayed in a shelf, and then it gets too full. So there's that. I was happy to find that. Super happy. Okay, so I showed you guys this in a video. If you did not watch the video, because it was only about these, here's something that I made a video on, and it's, I don't know how to say this, Oreo, I don't know, watercolor set. This is a landscape set. I wanted this because of the blues. So here are the colors. So I got this from Temu. The Temu that is just your local delivery, your local warehouse Temu. So I had it in my cart, but now all the Temu, the shipping is $2.99 for whatever you get, unless you buy over $30 or $40 worth from that particular person. So that's, you know, very decent shipping. The paints were $6 or something like that, $7 maybe, and I got a notification and they said offering you half off. So the whole thing, shipping and the paint, cost me $6. So these are not expensive paint, but I was really pleasantly surprised at, because I paid more for not as good of a paint. For what you get the brush, and you get the metal tin, and you get the 18 colors, and you get mixing wells in here. And here's the colors. I did that video with the swatches, and I was so tired that I actually forgot two of the colors. So here are all of them. I filled it out right. And you can see that some of the colors are close, you know. But the thing is, when you're painting something and you're really into it, if you had to mix the colors, you know, to the side in a palette or something, and you know how you maybe not you, but I never mix enough, and then if I run short and I have to remix more, it's never the exact shade as what I already mixed before, and that really gets on my nerves. So I decided to go for a palette that had pretty much any color that I was wanting in terms of painting the sky and the water. If you're looking for a set that has a lot of bright colors, this isn't it, but they do have another set. I went back to that shop to look, and this brand, they might make even more. I don't know. They do sell it on Amazon, but this brand on Temu has a floral set, which has 18 bright colors and colors that you would use in plants. So if you want something other than this type of thing, but you still want to get this good of a deal on some paints, try them out. You know, maybe you don't have a lot of palettes, but check that out. Yeah, it's just called the same thing, a real whatever watercolor set, but right here it says floral, and I think maybe the tin might be pink or red. So got that. Okay, and then I think we're down to the last thing. Yeah, so I know you guys that have been watching me for a while have heard me talk about my Fantasia pencils. My friend got these for me in the Cincinnati College bookstore when she was going to nursing school. She gave them to me, and I don't know what it was I tried to do with them, but I put them away. I never got rid of them because they were a gift, but I put them away for years and years. And one day I was going through my stuff, and I pulled them out. I started using them, and I was like instantly obsessed. I love them so much, and I was like, but I just have the 12. So these come from England. So my husband was wanting, I think it might have been close to my birthday, and my husband was wanting to get me more of those, and he did a search all on his own, unprompted. I was so impressed. And he found on Amazon, the Fantasia 24 set. He said that was the biggest set he could find. So I got those, and here they are. And then I heard that they don't make Fantasia pencils anymore. If you're in England and you know anything about Fantasia pencils, can you please tell me if they do make them or they don't make them? And also, what do you think of them? How are they regarded there? I mean, because they're like, so they're wax pencil, and they're very soft, not Prismasoft where you constantly have to sharpen, but not as hard as Crayola. So they're like, I really don't know what to compare them to, but I really like them. So then I was watching YouTube, and somebody was doing Ollie's haul, and they showed finding a tin of the 36 Fantasia pencils, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know they made 36, right? So I asked Tom if he wanted to go to Ollie's. He said yes. We went 2 times. They never had them. I don't think they'll get them, or maybe, you know, a lot of times people buy them up and stuff like that, but it got me thinking, well, if Ollie's is selling them, maybe, you know, the reseller people have bought them, and then if so, they would have posted them to eBay probably. So I looked on eBay. I didn't find any of the 36 tin that she showed on the video that I watched, because it was this kind of tin. It looked exactly like this, the Fantasia logo, but instead it says 36, and it's a little bit longer. I'm not sure what was on the front, but yeah. So I kept looking on eBay, and I found this, and I was really, really shocked. This was taped shut, but it was new when I got a hold of it. Oh, okay. So here's the Fantasia logo, and it's Artist Premium Coloring Pencils. 36. So I don't know if it's just kind of like, you remember when Crayola did their their pencils where they just made them look more upscale or whatever. I always liked those, but a lot of people didn't. But they're basically the same thing, but they're black and they're dipped in the color instead of it being the barrel being the whole color, you know, of the pencil. But now I have 36, so that's pretty much all I need. I don't think I'm gonna find 48. I don't know. It would be 48 would be even better, but 36 is great because look at all these. Look at all of these yellows, oranges, golds. So that is gonna help me out a lot because when I'm doing the watercolor paintings with this set, I don't have too much to work with in terms of the sun and the, you know, in the sky, the sunsets or the sunrises. I just really have those two. So this can supplement that. But there's like, what's I looking at? Okay, so like not that too many blues really, although this one is like maybe a blue gray. So they don't tell you, they just give you a number. Oh, that looks blue for you. For me, it looks like blue gray. But anyway, so I was able to find this, and it was $17. That included the shipping, and I was happy to pay it because I don't know if I will ever get to encounter, you know, these again. Because I just don't think my Ollie's is ever going to get them. I just do not. But I do have a swatch. I didn't really care for them on this paper, and even though I like most stuff on this paper, I didn't care for them on this paper. But I really wasn't trying that hard either. I didn't press very hard. But there's all the colors. So with all the other pencils I've got, I think I can supplement anything that seems to be, you know, missing. Like those two are kind of similar. Well, yeah, I don't know. They just seem to have a lot more of the oranges, reds, and yellows. I guess they got some blues up through there. But anyways, that's what I got for this month. So that's all I have for this video. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more shopping or not. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time for the next video. Bye.